And good evening, basketball fans. Welcome to Hamburg, Germany. We're live here at the Inselbach Arena for the final game of Group D in the 2025 FIBA Women's EuroBasket. Our host, Germany, will take on Great Britain. One of these two teams will indeed be joining Spain in the quarterfinals in Athens. And it is a very interesting story of how that could prevail. While Sweden's exciting game in overtime against Spain, they had a chance to win in regulation, and then if they had done that, they'd have to hope that Great Britain would have done them a favor, but they wanted to win by 8. Spain's undefeated route here in the group stage does see them automatically qualify. But the question I'll say again, who will join them? Will it be Great Britain or will it be Germany? Josh Bed alongside Azania Stewart. Azania, it's not impossible for Great Britain, but they must win by 11 points or more.
That's indeed the magic number 11. And, you know, Great Britain have had moments and waves and pushes of great basketball. And, you know, versus Spain, it was that first half. It was first quarter, actually. It was 30-12 that they really let themselves down. But then in the second half, they were able to beat Spain. So they've had moments also against Sweden. They had great moments. But I think if they can put a 35-minute of, you know, close to 40 perfect game, they're going to have a chance. 11 points, though, is very difficult, but doable.
Well, Great Britain will need a big performance from the big three, Tammy Fag-Bentley, Holly Winterman, and Savannah Wilkinson. Well, their opening game, take away that second quarter where they lost 30-12 against Spain. They showed promise. They showed that they can compete against the elite. And there is head coach Anna Montagnana, former Women's EuroLeague champion, knowing tonight they haven't won a game, but they do have a chance.
They sure do.
We turn our attentions to Germany, of course. They won their opening game against Sweden. A very close encounter, but they held on to the very end. Against Spain, well, they started very well. And with players like Alexis Peterson, who did go down to injury, they are going to need a lot from FIBA, the WNBA champion in 2024 with the New York Liberty.
Yeah, for sure. They were dominant. I feel like when Sweden made pushes, they were able to stay calm and stay with it and get that win. On the other hand, versus Spain, Spain out-rebounded Germany 40-26. That's not okay. That was basically the game also. They had 0 points from their bench. Their bench is going to be important. You know, Geiserzuda, Fibish, Bruna, those are all their top players. Those are going to have to step up, but they're going to need help. How are they going to figure out to slow down the post play of Great Britain with Tammy Fag-Bentley and also Geraldine Green?
Lisa Tomatis, head coach of Germany, once with the Canadian national team at the 2013 FIBA Women's America Cup. Can she get the job done and get to the quarterfinals? Well, now we'll ask you kindly, if you're able to do so, stand for the national anthems of both Great Britain and Germany. National anthems of two very beautiful countries have been sung. Both coaches shaking hands, and your favorite part of the day, actually, the national anthems.
It is. Not only do I get to sing God Save the King loud and proud, but just this moment to represent your country as both teams will exchange emblems. And that's really cool also to, you know, exchange pins and gifts. So throughout your career, you can remember all the times that you've played international basketball.
Well, a magnificent occasion. A big shout out to FIBA for, you know, really working hard to fit in everything in the calendar, the qualifications, and now a busy summer. FIBA Women's EuroBasket, Women's Asia Cup, Women's AfroBasket, and Women's AmeriCup. And if it's not over this summer, come back next summer. 2026 FIBA Women's Basketball Cup live here in Germany. Well, now, basketball fans, it's time indeed for us to introduce four very important people, our referees. Andris Angragas from Latvia, Kvidas Gedvilas from Lithuania, and Blaj Zupancic from Slovenia. Our commissioner and technical delegate for tonight's game, Nabila Dekish. A big thank you to all of our referees and officials who've done a magnificent job in all of our competitions, and they'll continue to do so for the final game of the 2025 FIBA Women's EuroBasket Group D here in Hamburg, Germany. Well, see, we're now going to look at the starting lineups for these two teams, and you know, I imagine the big matchup everybody's going to talk about is Geiselzuda against Temifag Bentley. That is going to be a fun matchup. Germany tonight, their starting five will see Alexis Peterson in the backcourt, Leonie Fibish, the 2024 WNBA champion, along with Frida Buna, the youngster, Emily Bessoir, and there you have it, their go-to player, Luisa Geiselzuda.
Yeah, that's their strong five. They start with that, their two previous games, and Geiselzuda, here she is, 18 points, 3.5 assists, and those rebounds has been solid. You know, finding her sweet spots. She can stretch the floor, has shot a couple of threes, is strong, but you're right. Who's going to match up with Temifag Bentley? She's going to have to play both ends.
Well, once a player in Greece, McMaster's University now coaching Saskatchewan in Canada. She knows full well it's not going to be a walk in the park. Great Britain are going to give everything. But now we'll take a look at the starting five for Great Britain. Well, Holly Winterburn, Shanice Beckford Norton, Temifag Bentley won the FIBA Women's Euro Cup with the London Lions in 2024. They're partnered alongside Catriona Henderson and Savannah Wilkinson. Well, a big lineup, and Coach Anna Montagnana knows. Win by 11, they're going to Athens for the quarterfinals.
Absolutely, and they felt like they hadn't played their best basketball yet. Here's the queen of Great Britain, is Temifag Bentley. 12 points, 8 rebounding, shooting a great percentage from the floor. 63% has made the trip from the Golden State Valkyries to join the Great Britain national team. So she's going to be a big part of the touches. Can they get their post players involved? Savannah Wilkinson, I spoke to her after the game. She was really disappointed with herself, got in a bit of foul trouble, turnovers that, you know, she could have prevented. But yeah, so this is all to play for, which I love. You know, the last game in this group, it's not like their chances are out. They've just got to take one possession at a time and worry about the score in the fourth. Don't worry about, oh, we need to win by 11 now.
Well, you just saw our official sponsor. The Tissot countdown to tip-off is underway. A very exciting matchup ahead of us.
You know what's also we have to give a round of applause to is this crowd. It's a hot, hot day today, and they've made it even hotter. They have turned up. We've had 3,400 plus fans every game, and it's been amazing because not only have they come to support the home nation of Germany, they've come to the game beforehand. So the atmosphere in Hamburg has been outstanding, I have to say. A wonderful job. This gym is very small, intimate, and it's been packed.
Well, there you have it, head coach Anna Montagnana now leading the way here for Great Britain. As I said already, once a FIBA Women's EuroLeague champion, both teams have very elite coaches, hungry players. There's a WNBA champion with the New York Liberty, and Germany's up-and-coming rising star, Buna. Well, you just have to remember, Germany would qualify tonight, regardless whether they win or lose. But if Great Britain win by 11 points or more, they will join Spain in the quarterfinals of the 2025 FIBA Women's EuroBasket. A final welcome from all of us. We're live here in Hamburg, Germany at the Inselbach Arena Temi Fag-Bentley will jump this one with Luisa Geiselzuda. Let's get this one underway. Great Britain getting first possession with Holly Winterburn. The home crowd, and as you mentioned, Zania, on an empty seat tonight. Fag-Bentley trying to go for the post ISO. Goes in, getting the first 2 points of Great Britain.
Well, Bessoir, excuse me, has the matchup. I thought Geiselzuda would match up with Temi, and Temi eats her up first possession.
Alexis Peterson trying to work it with Geiselzuda. Goes for a quick 3, buries that one. Oh, GB tried the switch, but it came to no promise.
Well, the difference is also that height. Shanice Beckford-Norton ended up on Geiselzuda and just shot right over her like she wasn't even there.
Fag-Bentley trying to get a seal off. Edison penetrates, baseline, too strong, can't get it. Geiselzuda taking things into her own hands. And Fibish, quick play here with Geiselzuda, nice 1-2, and giving Germany a 3-point lead.
Really lovely play. Those two play so well together.
Well, Holly Winterburn under pressure. Wilkinson tries. Now Great Britain will retain this. Good work by Savannah Wilkinson.
Keep it alive. A nice little slip by Geiselzuda. Puts it on the rim really quickly. There's the shot right over Beckford-Norton.
Winterburn working the screen with Fag-Bentley. In the corner, Wilkinson wide open, 3. Good look for Herman, and again, Great Britain will retain this with a fresh 14.
Good looking shot for Savannah. Lovely pass from Winterburn to find her in the corner. It's the right decision, and they run down the ball.
Great Britain now with a 3rd consecutive offense, trailing by 3 points. Winterburn trying to work again with Fag-Bentley. Now Shanice Beckford-Norton, nowhere to go. Tough mid-range, beats the shot clock, but not getting anything. Well, Great Britain's got to learn how to deal with the ride of the momentum from this home crowd that will give Germany an extra boost. Geiselzuda now going for a fadeaway. Nice shot.
Really lovely shot over Fag-Bentley's arm. She started off hot here, all 7 points.
I was about to say it's Great Britain 2. Geiselzuda 7. Edison goes in, getting rejected, and that's a turnover.
So she's playing both ends, really solid. I think that first game she was outstanding here. Way to stay big,
Ooh.
swats down.
I think there was a bit of a reach there from Buna, but nice fadeaway by Geiselzuda. Five-point lead currently to the host. Peterson finds an opening. There's a kick out. Bessoir wide open, and it's all flying in for Deutschland.
Yeah, really nice job. Get in the paint, suck in the defense, then kick it out. And Bessoir has been solid from 3.
Well, Fag-Bentley's got another seal off. They don't get the ball to him. Wilkinson almost saves it. Now, we've seen this already in the first 2 games of Great Britain. 1 post entry for Temi Fag-Bentley when she was defended by Bessoir, and it was no problem. Why don't they give the ball to Temi Fag-Bentley more often?
Yeah, I just think they're finding it difficult to get the ball into her. The length of Germany just smothering them.
Germany can lead by double digits. Beckford-Norton trying to keep Peterson at bay. It's good defense, but it's better offense. And a timeout's going to be called by head coach Anna Montagnana, as now Germany lead by 10.
What a lovely start from Germany. Firing on all cylinders, playing both ends, really tough, making GB have to second-guess their passes and scoring.
When they switch, we need to have 1 second. So she fight, and then she has the place. If we swing the ball, then we have advantage against 22, we can have it. Okay, immediately, opposite side, yes. But if you hold it, you can also have that. Then, we can play hand. Hand, we can play hand. Hand, and we start going into pick and roll in motion. those penetrations. When we play this four side, she was alone. Alone. When we this, okay, also tell you.
Well, it's been all Germany in this fourth quarter. Zuda with 7 points. They've just been outstanding. They're perfect from the floor, Josh. They've knocked down two 3-pointers, 5 from 5 from the field, and just keep adding on the pressure to Great Britain. They've got to figure out a way to stop this bleeding, and they did this in the first quarter versus Spain. And, you know, first half they had moments where they just lacked and not solid and concentrating. 30-12 was one of those quarters. They can't afford a big quarter loss.
10 points of difference. Great Britain's got to find identity here in their offense. Nice call here by Winterberg. Goes in, finishes. And can they build from this play?
Really nice execution. Found Holly Winterburn on the curl.
Well, Germany are going to take their time. Remember, they can lose this game and still qualify. They just got to make sure they don't lose by 11. Oh, good anticipation. Henderson comes up with it. There's a pump fake, and she'll go to the free throw line. The foul is on Zuda.
Good job running through the passing lane. Here she is. Just gets a hand to it and off to the races. Good little fake also. And just puts the brakes on. That Zuda runs over her.
Henderson currently at the free throw line. Well, this is a good wave of momentum for Great Britain, but think about it technically, Zania.
Yeah.
I mean, they're actually down by 18 if you think about it, because they do need to win by 11.
By 11, yeah. We won't think about that just yet.
Offensive rebound. Winterberg fires a 3, makes it a 4-point play, and that cuts it down to a 4-point deficit.
Good find. Holly Winterburn's been on fire from the 3-point line. She had 19 points, 9 rebounds. It's a nice dish there.
Well, Bruna missed a layup, no foul given. Oh, it's an unforced turnover, and here comes Germany, looking to capitalize.
Yeah, those are the turnovers Great Britain can't have.
Well, Buna finds the 3 in the corner, can't get it. Great job by FIBA. Peterson hesitates, double clutches. Buna keeps it alive. Goes up against Wilkinson. A foul has been given, so 2 free throws coming up. Oh, her footwork. I mean, that was your position.
Yeah.
That's textbook.
Well, just the patience. Here's the cross-court pass. Holly Winterburn. Nothing but net and splashes it in. But going back to Bruna's footwork, it's just the poise and the patience down low. Takes her time, doesn't get rushed. Also uses the contact to gain that little bit of space. And she knocks down the first.
Was briefly played at the University of Florida, your rival university, I believe. Or same university.
No, same university.
You mixed up Florida State, my bad.
Don't do that.
Well, last season played for Movistar Estudiantes in La República de Argentina in Madrid, Spain. 6-point lead to Germany. Trying to find Vag Bentley. That's going to be a kickball violation, and it's against Vag Bentley, so I believe.
See what I mean? It's that
Germany's getting this back. Great Britain thinks they've got it.
Yeah, they're walking down the other end.
That's a good call by Gavilas, our referee from Lithuania, because it did touch Vag Bentley's foot before the second kickball.
Well, that's still another empty possession. So this zone, they've gone back into a zone, was successful against Spain when they were struggling to guard one-on-one.
Well, heavy pressure coming. Fibish now looking to penetrate. Little floater, another foul. So another trip to the free throw line for Germany.
Good decision by Fibish just to drive. That's her first Fagbenley's foul. And FIBA, you know, last game, she struggled, was 1 from 8 from the three-point line. But what she did do well is get to the free throw line, where she was struggling from beyond the arc, but kept being aggressive and hit 4 out of 5. So here she is at the free throw line and hits her first 2.
Spanish champion, WNBA champion. Could she become a FIBA Women's EuroBasket champion? They'll have to seal the deal tonight to get to the quarterfinals. Winterburn. Well, they want to go now for a post entry. Double team comes. And it goes out of bounds. Germany forcing another Great Britain turnover.
That's a good job by Bear there. Smart play. She just comes down, double teams Temi Fagbenle. And I don't know who was guarded by Bear, but as soon as she leaves to double team Temi Fagbenle, you've got to call her name. So she has a pass.
Germany going through the motions. Trying to pick apart the zone defense. Peterson goes baseline. Good hands by Fagbenle. But Peterson fighting for it. But Savannah Wilson does a good job of keeping it alive for Great Britain. Have to find that balance in. Nice take by Henderson. Too strong, can't finish. Fagbenle will fire a 3. Germany sensing control. Buna pump fakes. Goes in, teardrop.
No,
and it's going to
charge.
No, he's counted it. That's another one. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Oh, no.
No, it's a charge.
You're right, he has.
Yeah.
We put the... No, the bucket counts because the ball was up in the air before the shot. Yep.
Wow.
So the 2 points will count because she released it before the charge was committed.
I don't think I've ever seen that before, you know, Josh. Isn't it all one movement?
Well, I think because...
It's an offensive play. I'm going to have to get my referee book out.
My estimation, well, guesstimation would be because she got it off in time just before the contest.
It's still a charge. So what? I'm going to have to speak to my referee crew.
Fagbenle goes for another 3 in the corner. Still can't fire. Great Britain trailing by 10. The 21 in terms of the comeback they'll need to make it and ensure getting to the quarterfinals. Buna looking for an ISO. Fagbenle's got 1 foul. And Buna right now just dominating.
Really nice job from her. I like her play. She's not afraid.
Another look there for Winterburn.
All these looks looking good, just coming in and out.
Well, Holly Winterburn getting called for the reach. And that is going to be indeed, I believe.
That's her first.
Her first foul, but that's the 3rd team foul, I think, in total.
Yeah, let's have a look. We get the better. It's kind of difficult. Referees behind the play, so.
Look at the move here by Buna, though.
Yep.
Just unbelievable footwork. And Temi Fagbenle is one of the best post defenders you'll find in the women's EuroBasket.
But what I like about the move is her eyes are on the rim. She's found the basket quickly in her post move. That's a turnover. Over to me. No, nearly caught it.
Well, very uncanny turnover there by Germany, but they still lead by 12 points. 23 in total to keep them qualifying. Henderson now finds an opening. Bit of contact, no foul called. Now they want to run. Geisel-Soda up against Fagbenle. Good defense. Doesn't look like she's going to miss any shots she likes.
Well, look at all those percentage. 62% from the 2, 67, 4 from 6 from the three-point line, and 100% from the free throw. Everything going Germany's way. Here's the first quarter, best plays. And Temi Fagbenle, first touch of the game, put Bessoir in the bucket, but then it was the German wave of Geisel-Soda playing with such confidence. And 2-man game here. They're looking good, they're bouncing back. They want that second ticket. They know what it means to go through to the quarterfinals. They're using this crowd and the fans to keep them going forward and pushing.
Well, both Luisa Geiselzuda and Leonie Fibisch, both of them nearly averaging a double-double here in the FIBA Women's EuroBasket. Both of them at 8 rebounds per game, and you can definitely see there's such an elite understanding between them, how they read each other on the floor. But if Great Britain are going to find a way back, they've got to find more from Holly Winterman and Temi Fag-Bentley.
Well, the thing is, what I do like what Germany's doing, they're attacking them. They're making Holly and Fag-Bentley have to play both ends. But at the end of the day, Germany's shooting a great percentage from the floor, 64%. Go ahead and scan the QR code for courtside 1891. Keep yourself up to date with the Women's EuroBasket tournament. It has been outstanding. We've already seen overtime earlier today. Sweden made a punch at Spain, but they've managed to stamp their ticket. Spain will go to Greece. Well, is the 14-2 run for the last 5 minutes and 45 seconds.
And would you say that the fact Great Britain are just struggling because the backcourt defense is tough, or it's more the post-interior defense?
I just think it's how long.
5-3 on the first half of Germany, and it's the WNBA champion, Leonie Fibisch.
Well, just how they're disrupting Great Britain, but then also, you know, keep punching them, and it takes it out of you when every shot that they shoot goes in.
Oh, Green twice demanding the ball. Ashby penetrates and finally gets something.
It's a tough move from Ashby. She's been solid for this team.
Germany again patiently passing around the zone. That time an uncharacteristic turnover, but Great Britain can build from this. Ashby getting the last 2 points. Again, the ball movement just hasn't been quick enough. Now they go to Green. That's what she wants. Nice post move, but too strong. Bessoir with a seal-off. Fouls committed, and 2 free throws coming up for Bessoir.
Good job from Germany. Bessoir comes over. And that's the difference, I think, also, is the height. You know, in Europe, the guards are 6 foot plus, where Great Britain's guards are a little bit on the short side. Trying to pick on players like Ashby at 6'10".
Well, Emily Bessoir once won a gold medal with
Excuse me, sorry, 5'10".
5'10", I was about to say
6'10". Excuse me.
But go back to Bessoir. She won a gold medal in 2018 with the U18 at the FIBA Women's EuroBasket for the under-18s.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good teams within this FIBA Women's EuroBasket. Germany can't give themselves a chance. Last time they won it, well, the first time they won a medal, the only time, was in 1997 with Marlies Askamp.
Wow.
Provisional substitution. Vilka comes back in. Bessoir going to the bench. "21 points of separation. 32 in the case of Great Britain that they need to go back by. To get to the quarterfinals, they must win by 11. But in Fag-Bentley, nice work, goes in, and that's much better. Second field goal for Fag-Bentley.
Lovely job. Those two know each other very well. Their chemistry, they've played 2 domestic leagues together.
It's an interesting point you make there. I mean, they won the FIBA Women's Euro Cup with London Lions in 2020 before defeating Besiktas, and then decided the following season, I don't know who texts the other one, but let's go to Turkey. Let's go to Istanbul. Well, Geiselsoda, 2 threes. That time a little off the mark. Now, it didn't hit the rim, but Fibisch made a loss. That goes out of bounds. Great Britain will get it back. Almost 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Germany still comfortably leading by 19. Percy Brown helping Great Britain inbound the ball. And an offensive foul, number 2 against Fagbenle. Well, Fagbenle asking the question, I have to see the replay. I think it was an illegal screen she was called for.
Yeah, and Crowder, though, did play into it. But you got to set it. They've called that all tournament.
Margin for error when setting screens, whether ball screens, off screens. Vilka finds Geiselsoda, made 2 threes. Fibish, and another foul, and another trip to the free throw line.
Wow. Fibish runs in there, jumps over everyone, and just taps it on the glass. Nobody puts a body on her. I need to see the replay of it. Here she comes. Nobody's there. Walks in. And all Brown can do is get in her way.
And is that sometimes the tough part of playing a zone? And sometimes you get caught in the area and forgetting who you need to be responsible for?
Yeah, you lose players. And rebounding is the hardest thing to do in a zone. It's very smart of her just to run in. Nobody's on her. Gets herself to the line.
Second one good. Head coach Lisa Tomaitis. German fans tonight here at the Insel Park Arena watching with calm. Savannah Wilkinson coming back into the game for Percy Brown. Well, now Winterburn again working that ball screen with Temi Fagbenle. Defense getting ready to crash. Wilkinson has to kick out. Final seconds here for Britain. Nice dish off by Holly and finding Wilkinson inside the paint.
It's a lovely dime from Holly Winterburn's been averaging 7 assists in this tournament.
Germany again patiently moving the ball around, but this time thrown away. Fagbenle comes up with a steal. Oh, nice dive, finds Wilkinson, but unable to finish.
Gotta put those ones in.
Well, Fibish now using his strength. No foul called this time. Great Britain not quite getting into the right areas here for a counterattack. Again, they'll go to a Holly Winterburn screen. Another nice pass. Another kick out. Fagbenle, third 3 attempt, and third time lucky.
Good job from Great Britain there. Savannah Wilkinson gets the catch. Goes inside, they're now wide open. Temi Fagbenle, she can shoot the 3, she stretches the floor. And Coach Tomaitis has seen enough, wants to stop the bleeding here and the comeback and the momentum that Great Britain just has right there.
Oh, discussing with her assistants, Claire Meadows and Coach Boyoga of the River Lions. Let's listen now to what she's got to say.
Let's just go 3 around 2, okay? So Louis still in the high post. We're gonna have Frida down here, and we gotta get the ball to pull the bottom person out. So if the top is on it, get the ball reversed, and Louis can help reverse it. We want the ball to go into the short corner when the wing is out on the ball, okay? Put it in, dive, and then look to skip behind, okay? Just to get a little bit of movement and organization right now. It's open, but we got to pass fake, and the ball's got to get in and out of people's hands.
Well, what's great is she's Canadian, so we can understand the timeout, and she was just drawing up a play versus the zone where they want to go get a baseline catch and then a post player cut down the middle and just work from there. So it's gonna be Germany's ball here, so let's see how they execute out of that timeout.
That 5-0 run, we'll see how Great Britain prevail out of this timeout. Coach Tomaitis just saying we need a little bit more organization. Vilka. The Tag Bentley does have 2 fouls. She's trying to say it's a deflection there, but I don't think Coach Montagnana is going to call for a head coach challenge.
No, I wouldn't.
Peterson in bounds. Finds Buna. Time is starting to dwindle down here for Germany. Geiselsoda. Got it by Winterburn. Step through, goes up, but an offensive rebound.
Good job from her putting it on the rim.
Well, there's Vilka, high arc in 3, and another offensive rebound.
And that's what happens. We spoke about it, right? Rebounding out of the zone.
Well, Buna wide open under the bucket. They don't get the ball to her. And Vilka, another 3. High arc, this time, no problem.
Shooters shoot. Missed the first. They got the rebound. And she lets it fly again.
Well, when she shoots the 3-pointer, it almost like snow comes down the arc. It's so high. Nice dime by Shanice Beckford-Norton. Finding Jump.
Oh, cool last name. Jump. I don't know why.
That is a cool last name.
I think it's quite cool. Referring to basketball.
Great Britain refusing to come out of the zone. Buda nowhere to go. Good defense. Fibish backdoor makes it look easy.
Really good decision where Fibish has that strength and height difference on Beckford-Norton, just cuts in front of her face.
Well, Beckford-Norton has a runway, and what an aggressive take by the former London Lion, now with the Oakland's Wolves.
That's a good decision. She sees the lane open up. Why not give it right back to them?
Still 17-point difference. Peterson walks into 19 feet and simply nothing but net. Well, Z, do you come out of the zone at some point?
Well, we saw them play a whole half of zone versus Spain, so I don't know if they will.
Winterburn, now switched, got it by Fibish. Final seconds here for Shanice Beckford-Norton. Well, she's got to think about shooting it. Pulls up from 18. Fag Bentley fighting for the offensive board. Great Britain getting another chance. Fag Bentley, nice little Euro step, but unable to keep it under control. Well, Geiselsoda down the middle, goes in, gets rejected. Fag Bentley just said, not in your house, goodbye.
Yeah. Good job from Fag Bentley. One thing she's not going to do is give up on the play. She chases Geiselsoda down. We've seen multiple volleyball spike blocks from her.
Well, the Queen of Great Britain said, no, ma'am.
There's going to be a sub here. Romy Bear will take Geiselsoda out. And Romy Bear, a big part of this Germany basketball from the roots. Played over 101 games for her national team.
Well, Buna finds a 3. Like Bentley comes up with a rebound. Great Britain down by 19. 3:30 to go here in the second quarter. Oh, aggressive defense by Peterson, but no, they're going to call foul.
That's not a foul.
I thought that was going to be a jump ball.
It's a jump ball. And that's, yeah, and she has every right to say that. She comes in and she snags it with both hands. Really difficult.
Do you think maybe there's a bit of initial contact there before?
Of course, but come on. This is elite basketball. Either way, Great Britain with the ball.
Ashby now finding Winterburn. Another kick out. Wilkerson, tough fadeaway again. What a nice move by Savannah Wilkerson.
That's really nice to get that shot off on the move.
Now we reach the 3-minute mark. Great Britain still in his zone. Beswa wide open.
Way to smother and get that rebound. Good ball movement though from Germany against the zone.
This time working the screen with Savannah Wilkerson. All right idea, but excellently read by Romy Bear, and that's gonna be a second personal foul against Holly Winterburn. Well, Catriona Henderson subbing back into the game for GB.
Well, still the zone for Great Britain.
Oh, Peg Bentley's got to be careful. She's got 2 fouls.
So does Holly.
Peterson step back, 3 is up. Oh, unfortunately, Savannah Wilson trying to contest, but in the end, tipped it to, I think that was Buna, so yeah. A timeout's going to be called by Anna Montagnana, the head coach of Great Britain. This is unfortunate. Oh, we'll head down, hear what Coach Montagnana has to say.
Please, listen, we don't want to play you and you pick and roll. Why? Because 13 and 20 are huge. They switch, we don't get anything. Okay? We don't get anything like that. You are going to get this another way. We want to play against number 46. We want to play against number 15. And then from there, we are getting every situation. Keep it in mind constantly. Constantly attack that. Okay? Next time, we play empty corner. Holly, get here. Tell me you are here. You go. Play pick and roll empty corner. Hannah, Edie, Savannah. See? Demi, go like that. Pick and roll here. If not, we play opposite side. Whatever, we want to play this way. Yeah, let's go.
Well, Zany, you heard in the timeout there for Coach Anna Montagnana. Pick and roll, and that's had quite a bit of success so far for Great Britain. But I got to ask you defensively, at some point, do you come out of the zone?
Yeah, I don't think so right now for this last 2 minutes and 13, just because Holly, Winterburn, and Fag Bentley have 2 fouls, so you just protect them getting into halftime. So I would stay in the zone.
Well, what can they build here? Down by 19. Winterburn denies the screen. It's good defense by Vilka. Oh, Henderson. Nice look from the perimeter. Bank is open.
Good offense there for Great Britain. Multiple players getting touches, making Germany have to defend.
Third 3-pointer of the game. They've attempted 8 so far tonight. Nice give and go. Beswa, way too easy.
And that's what Coach Tomayas talked about in that timeout, is get the ball on that baseline, then have a cutter down.
Back Bentley coming up for the ball screen. Winterburn trying to go for the step through. Wilson will fire a 3. Make it number 4 for Great Britain. Oh, let it fly. Well, Great Britain needs to stop giving away points in the paints. That time well defended. Under a minute to go. Can they get 2 more good offenses? Oh, Peterson on the ground. Wow. Winterburn was wide open. Wilson from the mid-range. Unlucky. This is where Germany's got to go quickly. Nice seal off by Romy Bear. Finds Buna. Bear wide open. And a foul's getting out. If it's on Fag Bentley, or is it on Henderson?
It's heavy.
That's foul number 3.
Yeah, that's maybe just tired and fatigued. Just let her score that. Now you're in 3 fouls on Fag Bentley. Not gonna lie, I would take her out this 32 seconds. You don't want her picking up a silly 4th or a mistake happening. Why would you not?
And you have Sheridan Green on the bench.
Thank you. Like, just sub her out. Obviously, she's a vet and you trust that you won't, but you just never know.
So no one from the assistant coach's staff is saying to Coach Montagnana, she's got 3 fouls.
Yeah.
Henderson finds Winterburn, curls the screen. Oh, good hustle by, wow, can Holly make this? 3 is up, 3 is good. 5th 3 of the first half, but Germany can have one final play. 14-point ball game. Peterson, pump fakes, finds Buna. And that could have been a potential and one. But I think Great Britain will be very lucky. That is not a full personal foul against Temi Fagbenle.
Look at her footwork. Just a turnaround, soft touch, just in time. Outstanding. That's another star that we are seeing blossom in front of our eyes. Halftime score.
Well, 48-32 to Germany. If Great Britain want to qualify for the quarterfinals and book those tickets to the Peace and Friendship Stadium, they'll have to come back and not only win, but win by 11. They have hit 4 crucial three-pointers here in the second quarter. Savannah Wilson's hit one of those, but there you can see right now, 10 out of 10 from the free throw line for Germany, and the rebound count tells you everything. But see, enough of the stats so far. It's points in the paint right now for Germany. Great Britain's got to take a little bit more pride.
I really do think so, but you know, it's actually tied. These two teams love points in the paint. It's been the zone where Germany have been taking their time. Is probably what coach is talking about right now. Here's our ones to watch, and Fagbenle and Geiser-Zuda. Geiser-Zuda came out in that first quarter on fire. Temi, nice touches around the basket, has also hit that three. But I felt like Germany just got the first punch in that first quarter. Here are the second quarter best plays. And everyone got involved on Germany's side. Vibisch has 9 points, and also Brunner with 8, and Bessoir with 7. Some nice plays from Wilkinson as well. So good first half of basketball, especially for Germany. I felt like they really were solid, but Great Britain scrapping and fighting. That's all they can do here.
Well, good pass by Savannah Wilson. Both Savannah Wilson and Temi Fagbenle's second joint leading scores for Great Britain with 7. While it is Holly Winterburn at the moment leading the way with 8 points. But they've got to find some form of inspiration. But it's just for me, and again, you mentioned don't come out of the zone, you don't want to get in the foul trouble, but Fagbenle unfortunately did pick up that third foul. Yeah,
they did. And Germany are doing a good job in that zone, that if they are missing, they're coming in and getting those rebounds. They've got 7 offensive rebounds. They're crashing, trying to give themselves second chance points with those 9. Also turning over Great Britain 8 times and scoring 10 off of those turnovers.
Well, it's been magnificent play. Geiser-Zuda that time getting rejected by the Queen of Great Britain. But she's going to have to stay foul-free in the third and fourth quarter if they're going to make some form of a heroic comeback.
And if I'm Germany, I'm going to attack her. I'm going to attack Holly Winterburn with 2 and Temi Fagbenle. As soon as you get them on the bench, it's free.
Well, now you can see, of course, we are here at the end of the first half with just over 12 minutes. We will return. This is the 2025 FIBA Women's EuroBasket, and we will return very shortly.
This isn't a moment. It's a time unlike any before.
It's not a request, not a maybe, not a someday.
This is now. Feel our presence, built on strength
and drive. Not rising, we are arriving. Not hoping, but owning.
This isn't a moment, it's movement. Constant, relentless.
Every cut, every pass, every shot.
Earned. Taken. Undeniable. The future, it's already here.
Forged in sweat,
Ruled by queens.
When we move, the whole game shifts.
And we're unstoppable in all directions. We own the game.
Here's Bogdana. Gets blocked out of bounds. I think she forgot McGowan was in there. Oh, crossover. Zandalicini open in the slot. 3 is good for Talia Zandalicini.
You cannot give Zandalicini that much time.
Kashkaita lane opens up. Dumps it to the corner. Good ball movement. Yotsita's in the slot. There we go. First triple of the game for Lithuania. Yotsita heads up to 13 points personal.
And look at that, Shakur Uzun comes in and takes the ball away. Quick pass, Byram lays it up and in. And it's a tactical adjustment defensively, which is turning the game. And now, Parks might have gotten away with a shove that sent Fittick crashing to the court.
Resets will spin inside, kiss off the glass with the reverse lay-in.
Yeah, great footwork from Lisits in the low post.
Here's Hermanjak, gets inside, turns and scores.
She's just so crafty.
Look at the control here. Turning into a classic encounter here in Piraeus. Oh, look at the footwork from Fasula. Goodness me. Maybe one day she's going to join her dad in the FIBA Hall of Fame.
Lisits turns it over. Here comes Katanic, finds Nogic in the corner. You bet! Big three for Serbia. And Slovenia will call a timeout.
Over the shoulder pass is picked off by Pavlopoulou. Greece have a chance. Pavlopoulou drives in. Great hustle back by Shakur Turgut. This is a great play by Shakur Turgut to hustle back. Wow.
Spins, fades. Oh, Tatilia Sandalacini putting on an absolute clinic here in Bologna.
I mean, what can you possibly do?
Unstoppable.
That is unbelievable. These guys will be legends in their own country, but also in the international basketball world.
Vorangehen und sich immer weiterentwickeln.
Welcome back, basketball fans. The final two quarters of the group stage here in Hamburg for the 2025 FIBA Women's EuroBasket. Currently, Germany do lead by 16 points here against Great Britain. A game in which Great Britain, even if they were to come back and win, it might not be enough. They must win by 11 points if they want to join Spain in the quarterfinals. Hello, everybody. Josh Bett alongside Azania Stewart. And Azania, I think the key talking point here for Germany, Luisa Geiselzuter.
Yeah, it's been outstanding. 4 from 9 from the floor, 50% from the three. Everything's falling for her. So you can see how calm, collective she is. Also 3 rebounds, doing a bit of everything. There's her scoring chart where she's able to shoot the 3, get to the rim, and also a nice little steal as well. Great Britain, on the other hand, top scorer, Holly Winterburn. Always finding a way to will her team. 8 points here. She's 2 from 3 from the three-point line. We've seen her shoot the 3 from long distances last game. As she puts that one on the glass, she shot from the logo in the middle of the court. Gonna need a little bit more of that. This is a nice dime to Fakbenle, probably one of their best offenses.
Well, Germany came out like a house on fire. They just seemed to walk right in, against the zone, had no problems. They have 16 assists so far, only 5 turnovers. And, you know, you mentioned both teams very similar in terms of points in the paint.
Yeah.
And both teams actually quite near each other on the three-point percentage. But Germany have just got to the free throw line very well, and they've been perfect tonight.
Yeah, that's been effective, as you've seen Holly's shooting graphic there. But yet again, it's a slow start for Great Britain. Germany came out of the gates 26-8 was that first quarter, but then GB scraps back and actually wins that second quarter 24-22. So it's capable. They are capable. It's moments. They've got to make sure they're concentrating. They're locked in from absolute get-go. You can't have, at this level, Josh, anytime you lapse, anytime you don't dive on the floor, anytime there's a miscommunication, teams make you pay. And Germany has done that. Especially Great Britain have to have stayed in the zone because of foul trouble of Winterburn and Fagbenle, and they've just picked them apart, but also got offensive rebounds.
Now, with Fagbenle picking up a third personal foul in the second quarter, she almost picked up a fourth one. Yeah, the referees allowed play to continue on that final Buna bucket at the end of the first half. Do you think or do you feel that Great Britain are going to stay in the zone?
They have to. And if I'm Germany, I'm attacking her, finding ways to go one-on-one versus the zone. You know, you can still find ways to do that. But, you know, overall, it's been the momentum of Germany that I've liked. They've shared the ball. They've taken their time. That lady right there, a young up-and-coming star, man. She is so good. I love her footwork around the paint. She has 10 points, 4 from 5 from the floor. So, you know, they're not going to let this opportunity slip through their hands to try and make it to the second round. This crowd has been incredible, but Great Britain, they've got to, you know, go out punching. They can't just pack up shop and go home.
And, you know, as we've seen in the first two games of Great Britain, especially in the Spanish game where that infamous second quarter with Spain, you know, won 30-12. Great Britain have never given up. They've always given everything. The thing for them is finding consistency and being able to do it over 4 quarters.
Yeah, I think that's a great point, the consistency, because you're right. They actually won the second half versus Spain. It was that one quarter that just let them down, and they knew it. And they just were always on the back foot trying to chip away. I do think there's a little bit, the rotations could be a bit better with Great Britain kind of leaving ladies out there a little bit too long. Fatigue starts to set in. Remember, this is 3 games in 4 days. This isn't easy to be an elite athlete, to be at this level, to put everything you can on your body, where we've seen teams like Spain, where they're able to keep rotating, keep subbing in, keep fresh bodies, and keep that intensity high.
Well, we're just under 2.5. Coach Lisa Tomaitis, very positive. She acknowledged the mistakes and even took a lot of responsibility herself in the press conference. I mean, you talk with her, she's very optimistic about this team. She understands their capabilities, but she's very well aware of the competition around them.
Oh, absolutely. 7th in the Olympic Games and 6th in the last EuroBasket.
Dribble exchange, pass it back to the top, send the flare. Person who sets the flare, step up and get it, give it, and then follow it. And we've got an empty swing ball screen. Okay, so that'll be, see if we can get it to Leo's side. Okay, so that you can get the handoff. Okay, let's go. Do it with defense, guys. Make sure we're rebounding down. Same thing with Fagbenle and Winterburn. Get through with a one-step show. Okay, and again, just be tougher. Be tougher, play harder. Okay, let's go.
What a great message. Play harder, play tougher. She's told them their assignments. It's Holly Winterburn, it's Fagbenle. Do what you need to do to shut them down.
Keep fighting on the situation. We play the first one, hand down with you, Corley. Vale? Sam, you are here. Vale? Hand down, see, screen, and then you come and roll deep. Vale? See, if we see Sam, then we can play with Holly. Or we see the roll. The roll is there too, eh? Let's go, Jimmy, on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Because a very tough one here for Coach Montagnana. You've got a good core of talented players. And, you know, now it's about building. And, you know, while the task may be, I would say impossible, but, you know, a very tough one to say the least, it's also about building for the future. You've got to be aware of the youth teams, the GB under-20s, the U18s, the U16s and 14s. You've got to be aware of, you know, what talent can we build up? Where can we build through? And, you know, also got to work. And where women's basketball in Great Britain has come from, you know, you played at a very good academy in BA, I believe it was, in Barking Abbey. Also, you got the likes of the former Seven Oaks Suns who did a tremendous job. Sheridan Green coming a part of that. It's always about making sure that basketball is still progressed. Now, use that QR code and download the official FIBA Women's EuroBasket app on your smartphone, tablet, or Android. Customize your experience, follow your favorite teams, best players, and get all the best news, highlights, and content that matter to you most. The official FIBA Women's EuroBasket app. Download it today.
Well, I think you're right. Even there's so much to be learned. You know, you're not guaranteed to make EuroBaskets year after, well, every 2 years. You know, you've got to learn multiple lessons here, how to fight, how to come back, all things that you can keep doing.
Wilson now penetrates. Nice aggressive move.
That's nice. That's a really lovely move.
Well, she's got 9 points now for Great Britain. She is indeed their leading scorer tonight. Spent last season playing in Israel. Peterson pump fakes. Now walks into a three. Not gonna get it. Savannah Wilson happy to let that one go out of bounds.
Well, we asked if they were gonna play the zone. They sure did. But a wide open Peterson, they're lucky she didn't knock that one down.
Some might think that's being stubborn, but then others would say it's being principled. Winterburn finds Wilkinson. Well, Ashby trying to find Wilkinson, but Wilkinson was trying to set a down screen on Boona. Miscommunication. Germany still looking for their first field goal. Soda. Twisting, turning, going in. Nice move, but unable to finish. Great Britain can run it. Zayden, nobody's really running with Ashby now. Well, I think a foul's been called. Now, is it on Geiselzuber, which means Ashby will go to the free throw line, or is it on Peterson? What's that? Yeah, it's on Geiselzuber. So free throws coming up for Ashby. Well, Sam Ashby had a very good second half in the opening game against Spain, but she did finish with 17 points. Only 9 against Sweden. Second one, no good. Mac Bentley coming up with an offensive rebound. Ashby finds Winterburn, now making it a three-point play and cutting it down to an 11-point deficit. Well, Booner in the paint, no foul called. Almost turning it over. 22 points is the difference that Great Britain would need to come back from to get to the quarterfinals. They must win by 11. Winterburn bumps, too strong. But Germany throw it away. Oh no, it takes a deflection.
Well, just going back and forth here. A good couple of offenses for Great Britain. They've stayed in this zone. And just made Germany, you know, just take that split second. Should I shoot it? Should I pass it?
Booter in the paint. Remember, Mac Bentley's got 3. It's good defense, but simply unstoppable play by the Movistar Estudiantes player.
It's really elite footwork and finishing.
Ashby fires a 3. That's crucial. Cutting it down to 10. Making it now the 6th three-pointer for Great Britain.
Well, Great Britain doing a good job here in this third quarter.
Oh, Winterburn took the gamble. Buddha pump fakes.
Foul.
Foul's going to be called. Buddha should have just attempted to shoot that one.
Interesting, though, because Great Britain's last game versus Spain, remember, there's the foul. They stayed in the locker room at halftime the whole entire time. They did not warm up. Where this one, here's Ashby's 3, good hit. They came out with multiple time to warm up. There's the finish. That's elite against Temi Fakbenle.
Well, Bessoir fires nothing but nets.
Ooh,
Your favorite sound.
His favorite sound, but we had a dead-on look at how she released that. I knew that was going in.
And that three-pointer becomes Germany's number 7. Matt Bentley wants a post-up. Tough pass to Ashby. Ashby penetrates, goes in. What a block. No, foul's going to be called. But again, you know, Matt Bentley's got a post-up there against Buna. I mean, it doesn't take an expert to realize it's just a simple bounce pass. Give it to Temi Bentley.
It is, but I think it's more difficult. When she sets her feet, it's honestly automatic. I think people think it's easier than you think, but when you've got a defender all up in you and long and lean, they're just making them second guess, where you have to go back to what you're saying is simple. Maybe fake high, bounce low, or, or swing your elbows through to get that space, but she didn't have the pass, so she drove. So I do like that decision.
And after that, I'll agree with what you say now because you've clarified that, but at some point, Bentley, she's going to work all night, posting up, not get the touches.
Yeah, she'll just stop posting up.
Good defense, forcing a turnover. Great Britain can run. Wilkinson picks up a dribble. Here we go, the ball screen scenario. This is giving Great Britain some success. The stack screen Spanish pick and roll. Finds Henderson. Henderson bumps. Another foul, another trip to the free throw line.
Great Britain doing a really good job attacking the rim, really putting pressure. Referees calling it this time. Bessoir just hands all over and goes back to the free throw line. So that's Bessoir's 3rd foul, and Germany on 3 team fouls.
Well, Great Britain have missed 4 free throws tonight. They have made 4. There's the 5th one.
Yeah, free throws. And I watched one of Great Britain's practices. I know they definitely practice free throws in practice, having to run if they missed.
Well, you never want to look back and think, could the outcome been different had I made all my free throws? Second one good. Back to a 10-point deficit. 21 in total for Great Britain, though. Wilke also back in the lineup. Geisel at 3. Well, in fact, Bentley felt there was a push in the back when she contested the rebound. Can they cut it down to single digits? Germany's got 1 foul to give. Nice post work here by Bentley. Double pump fake and finds its way in. Z, I'll ask you the same question. Why not give a post entry, at least in every offense, to Temi Bentley?
Yeah, here, aggressive baseline, maybe a little shove and just gets that lucky fall in. It just waits there on the rim and tips in and causes Germany to call a timeout. Great Britain doing a lovely job here in this 3rd.
When it gets passed into Louis here, though, okay, it goes in. Hold on to it there. You don't have to shoot that. Wait for this to happen. And then these cutters are going to be open. Because now, Leo went through. She's out here. And this cut is going to drag someone in. You might get the corner shooter, or if it's coming back, okay? Just get a little bit of movement. Yes. Run chip one more time and see if we can get that cutter. Something happened over the pass in instead of it stopping right there. Okay, here we go.
Well, it's been a magnificent night. It started here with Savannah Wilson, a nice penetration. And this time, the play there by Holly Winterburn. That was the 3-pointer by Ashby, the 6th one converted tonight for Great Britain. But here, the post dominance. The queen of Great Britain. Give her some more looks inside the paints.
Really good job here from Great Britain, winning this quarter 13-5. Really slowed down Germany's offense. The zone clearly is making them think a little bit too much, or they're shooting that first shot and getting the rebound.
Great Britain do have fouls to give, but they don't want Bentley to commit one. Tough pass. Bentley doesn't want to foul, goes out of bounds. And Coach Montagnana applauding the effort from her players. 1.6 on the shot clock.
Well, tricky, because they've been playing that zone the whole time. They come out of that timeout and play man-to-man.
Well, Boona's wide open right now. Wilkerson just being wary of a help. Five-second violation, and the Great Britain fans, players, and coaching staff now starting to feel some energy.
Wonderful job there. Causing the turnover and the 5-second violation.
German fans trying to rally. Wilkerson, three, corner made a last. Big time three. Savannah Wilkerson cutting it down.
Still in man.
Well, Geisel-Soda working with Alexandra Vilka. Geisel-Soda doubled in the paint. Boona's got to make this one way off the mark.
Good defense from Great Britain, getting multiple defensive stops. Two-man game here.
Finds back Bentley. Kicks out to Ashby. Van Bentley's got to ISO. Bumps. Good defense by Geisel-Soda. And now Germany have numbers. Vilka. No foul given. Finds Boona. Boona's fouled. No, well, no, she's not fouled.
Good no call from the referees to let Germany play. They had the advantage.
Well, in fact, Bentley's made 1 3. Sensing a bit of fatigue now here in GB's offense.
Have they subbed yet?
I don't think so, no. But FIBA goes in. This is the layup. Well, that would have been the time to put a bit of pressure against Van Bentley to pick up the 4th foul. Sheridan Green, Beckford Norton getting ready to sub in. Winterberg. Got it by Fibish. Henderson's got to go. Little teardrop. Now the offense really loses structure here at the moment. Well, Boona still can't get it. Both teams struggling.
No foul called again.
Ashby nowhere to go. Almost 3 minutes to go here in the third. Germany leading by 7. Henderson, pick, pop, 3, no good. Well, Savannah Wilkerson's going to commit the foul. This will allow the substitution and chance for players from both teams, maybe just to catch their breath momentarily.
What's that, 6-7 minutes into the third, and they've finally gone into their bench. So Green in, and Beckford Norton for Great Britain. Romy Bear in for Germany.
A wide open look for Romy Bear. Great Britain's defense falling to sleep on that play. Beckford Norton finding a bit of separation. Mid-range up. Big shot by Shanice. Well, it's going to do Great Britain a world of wonder if they can try to level things up before the 4th quarter. Oh, nice take by Geisel-Soda. Again, no foul. They are letting them play, Azania.
Yeah, they're letting them play for sure.
I like it.
Yeah, they're letting them. It's no call on both ends. It's not like one team's getting more than the other.
But in the end, an unfortunate turnover. Wilkerson having to catch the pass.
Yeah, just got to catch it first. Just trying to make the move before she catches it.
Tough one though as well. It's quite high though, but
it's high and also very close to that baseline sideline. Excuse me.
Germany can't go back up by double figures. leading by 9. But knowing that they need to lose by less than 11, it's a 20-point cushion for them. Soda, pump fakes.
Nice
Peterson goes
cut.
back door.
Saw that one coming. Timeout. Great Britain need to just catch their breath here. It's been a great quarter, but Germany have just stuck with it. That's a nice on the dime for Alexa Peterson. Great Britain still winning this quarter.
You have to go. There is nobody else. Cut. There is nobody else. She made a cut on you. She made a cut on you. They are here. Here. Come on. Vale? Every time we play a good situation of Spanish, be patient and be here. Vale? Well read. Sometimes they switch. Sometimes they switch with Fievich, and Fievich stay with the pick and roll. Look at the guard who leads, because it's, you being guard by 51. You being guard, okay? Then, next possession, we go in black, 4 into pick and rolls only with black. Let's go, GB on 3! And we continue. GB on 3, 1, 2, 3!
Well, they made that comeback. They cut it down to as many as 7 points, but now they find themselves down by 11. But with a 22-point margin to come back from, considering Great Britain need to win by 11. 1:30 to go here in the third quarter. Well, Great Britain not being led indeed in this game by Savannah Wilkinson with 12 points, followed up by Holly Winterburn with 10.
It's been tough though, both really physical game.
Sheridan Green with a post up. Trying to step through. Good defense by Romy Bear. Have Germany now finally ridden the storm here from Great Britain. Oh, Vilka's trying to stop things here in the backcourt. Well, good work on the back door, but it's going to remain Germany ball with 8 seconds on the shot clock. 1 minute left here in the third. Crowder will inbound this. And an illegal screen. It's going to be called against Romy Bear.
It's a good job from Shanice Beckford-Norton. People always say, do you have to be tall to play basketball?
Beckford-Norton's tough as nails.
Yeah,
It takes a lot to take her out.
Yeah, and she just wipes her out. And got to give a quick shout out to Sneakers Sisterhood. They're having a watch party.
Great Britain potentially could get 2 more offenses. Henderson trying to find Winterburn. Beckford-Norton, 2 threes in the last game. Can't get this one. Big rebound by Buna.
Pace here of Germany.
Now Crowder goes length of the floor. Out of control, but Wilkinson gets a rebound. Well, there's Winterburn. Winterburn, dish off, nice pass. Finding Wilkinson, who now has 14.
Good job from Savannah. Just sticking with it around the paint.
Foul has been given, 10.6 left.
So Fibish is coming back into the game. Also, Holly Winterburn will take a break. Rob will enter. Holly Winterburn having to play big minutes this evening. Just over 28 minutes.
Well, Hannah Rob's a good defensive option for them in the backcourt. Final seconds. Bear, Buna had the last bucket of the second quarter. Fibish with a follow-up. And that is a confidence crusher for Great Britain.
And she comes off the bench and just outworks Great Britain, but she's 6'4", jumps over Hannah Robb and alley-oops it in off the glass. That's the end of the third quarter, right on time before it ran out. That's 2 buzzer beaters now.
Well, indeed, 11-point deficit on the night. 22 in total here for Great Britain. There are your stats. Both teams 7 3-point field goals, and although Germany didn't have a free throw there in the third, they still remain perfect.
Yeah, and that's a high percentage, 53% from the floor. Great Britain, though, a really good job in that third quarter. They have moments like this, the third quarter best plays. They just kept fighting. I liked it. Like we said, it was Wilkinson came out from the locker room and they were aggressive. They won that quarter by 5 points. They shared the ball, they finished, and were able to chip away. Germany, though, just sticking around and doing a good job and keeping the lead.
Well, Buna's had, I would say, a quiet night, but, you know, so far she has played very well. Been quiet, she's got 14 points. She's leading, but she hasn't really, and I'm not criticizing, it's just because she's getting most of her points inside the paints.
Well, I think all those buckets, though, that she scored are all tough. They're all on Temi Fakbenle, those 14 points. So she's doing well with 6 rebounds as well. So they're going to need a little bit more of this, where she is able to stretch the floor and shoot the three. Romy Bear was wide open in that zone. We did see Great Britain come out of the zone and actually play one-on-one basketball, man-to-man. There's the little sneak in and shoot over to finish the end of the third.
Well, fans, use that QR code and download Courtside 1891, the home of international basketball. A very exciting summer ahead. FIBA Women's EuroBasket, Women's Asia Cup, Women's AfroBasket, and Women's America Cup. And next summer, we'll be back in Germany again for the 2026 FIBA Women's World Cup, and you can catch it live on Courtside 1891. Final 10 minutes. If Germany are to lose through a Great Britain comeback, as long as it's not by 11 points, they'll go to the quarterfinals with Spain. That's what, give and go. But unfortunately, Great Britain don't force a turnover. Germany will get it back on the baseline. Alexis Peterson will inbound this one. Fibish, uncontested, wide open, buries it. 8-3 of the night for Germany.
Let that one rain.
14-point lead. Beckford Norton does have a lot of time and space. Finds Hannah Rupp. Winsburn, look for that lob pass. Good hands by Green, but good collapse defense. And now Germany wants to run. Cross court, Bear, open, three, got it! And that's a magnificent way to begin the fourth quarter.
Yep, timeout. Back-to-back threes.
Maybe 9 minutes and 9 seconds away from booking those tickets to see the Acropolis, to go to the Peace and Friendship Stadium for the 2025 FIBA Women's EuroBasket quarterfinals.
Really tough. Germany sharing the ball, but swinging it from one side to the other side. Defense have to rotate. Bang, 2 3-pointers back-to-back. Just gives them enough breathing space. And that's only, what, 50-odd seconds gone in this fourth quarter.
And I think Sweden, probably watching this game now, probably will look back when Ella Nystrom had those free throws, the 3 free throws in which if she made the third one, they would have won.
Yeah.
And thought, you know what? We made the right choice by forcing it overtime to try and win by 8 points to get to the quarterfinals.
That was an incredible game versus Spain. Serena, I can't believe that's how it is. Here's Fibish wide open. Her release and rotation on the ball is magnificent. Splashes it home. Then this second one, the swing that I was talking about. And the young up-and-coming star, Bruna, knocks it down. And, you know, at 21 years old, is just stepping up to the moment and is having such great success, but also collecting experience. You know, she got to be part of that German Paris Olympic team.
Mike Bentley back in the lineup. Playing inside along with Sheridan Green. Ashby, Holly Winterburn, and Rob in the backcourt. Ashby curls, turns it over. And now you just sense it. And a foul is going to be called against Holly Winterburn. I believe that's going to be her third personal foul. Over 1 minute played here in the fourth and final quarter. FIBA backdoor, but turns this one over. And now Great Britain can run.
They've got numbers, so and they turn it over.
Well, Ashby felt either Sheridan Green or Temi Fag-Bentley would go backcourt, but Germany come up with this. Peterson guided by Ollie Winterburn. Buna goes in with a floater. Rebound secured by Fag-Bentley. Well, Jump getting ready to sub in along with Savannah Wilkinson and Catriona Henderson. Well, Alexandra Vilka is also going to come back in the game with Germany's #1, Luisa Geiselzuder. Well, this home crowd has been magnificent tonight. They've been great throughout the entire group stage of the 2025 FIBA Women's EuroBasket. The Insel Park Arena in Hamburg, Germany. I imagine many of these fans might fancy a little journey down to Athens.
Why not? Support the ladies. Nice backdoor.
Well, neatly tucked away by Winterburn. What a pass from Savannah Wilkinson.
Oh, they've sold out this place every game. It's been incredible in here. The atmosphere. Also, the temperature in here is super hot, and they have something to do with it.
Geiselzuder. Right, Bentley's got 3 fouls, but it's not enough. Good move by Luisa Geiselzuder.
Really nice one-on-one there, taking on the battle to go against Temi Fag-Bentley.
Winterburn, ISO against Vilka, bumps. What a tough finish. Well, Germany wasted no time to get it in bounds. Now looking to push. Living off the energy, the electricity from this home crowd tonight here in Hamburg.
Kick ball.
Almost 3 minutes played, 15-point lead to Germany, which currently means Great Britain would have to make a 26-0 run to have any chance of getting to the quarterfinals. Geiselzuder throws down low, now making a 17-point lead.
And that's a good job from Germany because Temi has those 3 fouls. They keep attacking her.
Well, Great Britain trying to find any formula here in their offense. That's going to be a kickball violation. Winterburn trying to go for the pass, almost got through there.
Let's have a look here. Yeah, just hit her knee.
Again, working the ball screen. Winterburn, tough pull-up. Geiselzuder just coming up with a rebound. Oh, she's 6 rebounds tonight with the 14 points. The foul is going to be called against Hannah Jump.
Yeah, it was stuck there under Bessoir. But Geiselzuder's just been solid for this Germany team. Her role has extended, especially with the Sabalee sisters not here. She's just got better and better, and obviously playing for the Dallas Wings. But the last EuroBasket, she was averaging 7 points and 4 rebounds. Now she's up there with 17 points.
Well, we just saw for the second time, actually the first time I believe, Alexis Peterson just threw it off the back of Savannah Wilkinson to inbound to herself. Henderson pump fakes, finds Wilkinson. She's made 2 threes, makes a third one. But is it too little too late?
She's added that to her game. Wilkinson being able to stretch the floor is elite.
Germany still playing very aggressively, but time is winding down now for Vilka. Vilka pulls up, deep 3.
Good box out from Jump.
Well, Jump trying to find space. This is what she does best. Had a good look, but that's not going in. Again, Germany right at Wilke going all the way. A foul has been called.
Yeah, it is. Patient whistle, but the right whistle. Let's have a look here. Crosses over, gets in the paint, and just slaps her offhand. You know, players never think they foul. But great job from the young star. Frida Brunner gets a round of applause.
Well, I don't think we'll see her for the rest of the evening, but she is going to leave with 17 points and 7 rebounds. Wow. As Wilke, who was a part of the German Olympic team last summer, now at the free throw line. Makes them both. Well, Zadie, this is a really tough now for Great Britain, because when you trail them by this much, and you know it's going to be a tough task back, you can only play for pride at this moment.
Yeah, and like I said, the learning moments, how tough it is.
Still battling, though. That's what you got to credit them for. Winterburn comes up with it. Keeps in the right hand. A tough finish by Holly Winterburn.
Good decision there. Take it to the rim.
Well, what a successful group stage has been. Not only for Germany and Spain, but also for the LOC and for FIBA to host it here, because for the third game night here in the the group stage, a sellout crowd, 3,000 and over 400 spectators. It's been absolutely magnificent.
Kaiserslautern gets blocked there by Wilkinson, just palms the ball. So Peterson has to foul to stop the transition, so Crowder will come in for her.
Well, Peterson, 6 points tonight with 8 assists. She's done her job as the floor general, the key facilitator in Germany's offense. As Kaiserslautern coming out, the Spanish pick and roll, jump, quick three, a little too off to the right. Oh, nice diamond transition. She's fell, drop it, misses the wide open layup. Oh, jump will try again. That time a little too short. But Wilkinson keeping this alive for Great Britain. Henderson, heavily defended by Crowder. Trying to go for a step through, twisting, turning, getting her own rebound. And it just isn't dropping for Great Britain, Azania.
No. And just watching Temi Fagbedling, Kaiserslautern go at it. It's a good matchup.
Oh, I don't think we've seen Robbie Baer take a three-pointer, but why not? Dankeschön. Big time three by Baer.
Duncan, indeed, forces Great Britain to take the timeout.
Oh, hold on a second.
Yeah.
That is her first points, indeed, of the 2025 FIBA Women's EuroBasket.
No, who?
Robbie Baer.
Oh, she scored the open layup earlier.
Okay. Second field goal then.
Yeah.
First three-pointer, I should say.
Yeah, first three-pointer, but 5 points for her. But just forcing it. There's the starting 5 points and the bench points. 10 for Great Britain and 15 for Germany. Much better for Germany, as they had 0 versus Spain the other night. So 3 minutes, 37 seconds here, as Great Britain just ice down and have a last couple of talks. And like we said, what can you learn from this? What can you keep fighting for, as the baton is really being passed over in this new generation of Great Britain basketball? But not only for Great Britain, I've spoken about this before, multiple teams here. We've seen Spain with Buenavida and Martin, all 19, 20, 21. The new age of European basketball is coming through, and it's been incredible. And there's one of the young stars that we've been talking about right on time. Thank you very much. The 19-year-old. That's just been outstanding.
And it's a very good point you make there, passing on the torch.
Yeah.
And this is what FIBA basketball is all about. The windows, the summer events, next-gen hoops. It's about building basketball all over the world. And of course, we talked about it, both teams have their young players. but the level of basketball in Spain and Germany, it's fair to say it's a little bit higher than it is in Great Britain, a little bit higher than it is in Sweden. But the plan for every federation, through every major competition or qualification, is to build for the future. Nice play as Fag-Bentley finishes the layup.
Good little time. But you're right, it is important, you know, and Great Britain returns from EuroBasket, but there's been moments where we haven't made EuroBasket. It's the same with Germany, where they've built up-and-coming stars, and they're on a rise and on something special.
Bear finds Crowder. Oh, she's made 1 3. Not gonna get that one. Germany saving it. Will be a 24-second violation. Well, 2:48 to go for Great Britain, playing for pride in these last few minutes. And it's fair to say, Zania, in every game, in every moment, they've done just that.
Yeah, you have to, right?
Fag-Bentley coming up for the screen with Henderson. Now looking to attack. Getting rejected. Auf Wiedersehen. Gute Nacht. Goodbye and good night. Well, nice little penetration, but Ekmer said goodbye.
Yeah, this is a first stat. Got a couple of minutes in the first game, didn't play in the second. And the same, Katie Janaszewska also coming into the game for Great Britain.
Winterberg kicks out to Janaszewska. Another shot goes flying. It's our fourth quarter for Great Britain. Well, no foul given. Ekmeyer, the one with the block. Good help side defense. And that's going to go back to Great Britain with 2:17 left.
And good defense there. Fag-Bentley comes over and stops. So as Brown comes in, that's probably the last minutes for Fag-Bentley. 11 points for her.
Percy Brown also in the lineup. Coming up for a high screen with Holly Winterburn. Aggressive hedge. Janaszewska, she'll fire a 3. Rebound secured, and Germany want to run. Oh, they go quickly. The ball didn't even touch the ground. They finish in transition.
That's beautiful basketball. Like you said, didn't even touch the floor. Where other players are able to come in here and get minutes.
Foul called against Rami Bear, but that last, transition by Germany, coming with a defensive rebound. That lady there, Clara Bielefeld. I mean, that's how you want to see transition basketball.
It's the foul. There comes over. Yeah, the transition. And it's important, that you do get your bench in. She didn't play last game, but getting 2 points, and you never know, you might need these players going in. It's going to be a long process in the quarterfinals. Obviously, they've got a travel date. They need to prepare, you need to scout. Germany have done their job to secure this second place spot. Holly Winterburn.
Well, Holly Winterburn, only 2 points in that game against Spain. 19 against Sweden. Now she's got 18.
Yeah, she was super disappointed in that first game. Felt like she could be doing better, but she has come off a surgery, elbow surgery. There's a turnover there. And it just takes some time to get yourself back into game shape, and lovely day for her as she goes out.
Shauna Harrison checking in for this final 1 minute 40. First time playing in the EuroBasket this summer. Edison fakes the pass. Nice move. Faked everybody else.
Yeah, me too.
I was about to say, as well as me.
But that's what it's about, right? Keep pushing, keep trying to score.
Great Britain, one foul to give. What a time. Bielefeld keeps under control. Now we reach the final minute, but it's going to be an unfortunate turnover. Germany will get it back. And now you can see every fan tonight here at the Insel Park Arena on their feet. Imagine all 3,400 spectators might be thinking about booking flight to Athens.
Why not? It's a pretty city. That's an offensive foul. Oh, excuse me, defensive foul by Brown. Just knocked out the cutter.
It's the fourth and final team foul. Any more would send Germany to the free throw line. The crowd is still in the backcourt after Alexis Peterson finished her night off with just over 5 minutes left. They're trying to give it a go. Harrison comes up with it. Almost turns it over. Brown keeps it alive. That's going to be an 8-second violation, surely. Yeah, 8-second violation. So Germany will get it back under their basket. Well, 43.4, and you hear the atmosphere tonight here at the Insel Park Arena. Simply breathtaking. The electricity has been amazing over the three game days. Yellowfield kicks out to Romy Bear. And Shevka getting ready to switch. Crowder goes back door. Kick out, three, corner. Henderson's able to secure the rebound. And still the chance of defense. Basketball very passionate here in this part of the world. Wilson goes for a tough mid-range. Januszewska getting rejected is now Kirsty Brown with a follow-up. And there you have it. Well, basketball fans, job done for Germany. Indeed, auf geht's Deutschland. They are heading to the 2025 FIBA Women's EuroBasket quarterfinals. They've done it with a big victory, 80-67 against Great Britain.
Really great job from Germany withstanding Great Britain's last push there. There's the final score. Great Britain 67, Germany 18. Germany really good percentage from the floor, honestly. From the two-point strike, shooting over 50%, shooting 40% from the three. Just doing all the little things, really putting the pressure. Even when Great Britain won that third quarter, they just stuck around and, you know, felt comfortable, never felt stressed, and just kind of withstanded the waves and the punches of Great Britain. Germany moving on to the quarterfinals. It can be very happy. Great Britain, on the other hand, in a rebuilding space where they can, you know, learn from this and keep building brick by brick.
Well, again, they'll be joining Spain, the only team that defeated them here in the group stage. They won on the opening night against Sweden. And they won convincingly here this evening. They could have lost tonight and still gone through, but they'll be heading to Athens. They'll be going to the quarterfinals. And of course, this FIBA Women's EuroBasket, it is proving to be more exciting, more competitive. Many would say Belgium and Spain will be heading back to the final, but it's anybody's game at this point.
A great team win, as lovely smiles as they take their picture and just, they can celebrate. I think there'll be definitely learning moments for Germany where they didn't get any production off the bench from Spain. They would have been disappointed with that 79-60 loss, but they can learn. They've bounced back here to beat Great Britain. Here's the stats. Look at that, the 53%, the 40%. Anytime you can shoot around 40% from the three-point strike is a good day. Rebounding game, they won. Assists, 26, that's a pretty number, and even for turnovers.
Well, they were perfect from the free throw line, as you mentioned. 10 three-point field goals. And Buna, their youngest, well, the person that led them, one of their youngest players, of course. Indeed, the future is bright for the German national women's basketball team. Whether it be FIBA Women's EuroBasket, FIBA Basketball Cup, or maybe even the Olympics in 3 years' time. Well, here are some of the top replays from the game. Great Britain made a comeback in the third quarter. Here's Leonie Fibish, the WNBA champion, making the three-pointer. Romy Bear, that time finding Peterson. Bruno, it was Frida time. Frida definitely had a game of games.
Yeah. And what a great job. I really like that she's just come into her own and is not afraid, but does a bit of everything down low. Her post work is great. That's a nice backdoor from Winterburn, but also can stretch the floor. They'll have to lean on her going into the quarterfinals. Great Britain had their moments, but Germany just kept piling on. Here's a nice move from guys at Zuda. That's tough.
Well, Holly Winterburn finished top scorer tonight. She had 19 against Sweden, 18 this evening. Even coming back from the elbow surgery, still elite as ever, but tonight not enough here. Savannah Wilkinson indeed had a very good game. Second leading scorer for Great Britain. Well, here was the first three of the FIBA Women's EuroBasket for Romy Baer. Not her first points. She had second field goal, but indeed her first three-pointer.
Yeah, happy for a super bet.
Well, now we're going to take a look at the standings here from Group D. The Group of Death live here at the Insel Park in Hamburg, Germany. It's been a magnificent, exciting group stage. But indeed, it will be Spain and Germany going through. And, you know, any of these teams could have gone through, but, you know, put them in other groups, they would have had a better chance probably.
Yeah, it's wonderful. Spain really had to dig deep and get that win versus Sweden.
Well, fans, join us in Athens. But for now, here in Germany, it's Auf Wiedersehen and Dankeschön. Goodbye and thank you.